That Game was released on May 1st, 1998, and I just had a serious curveball thrown my way. I thought Big Lan had seen this movie. Apparently not. He's just looking to educate himself a little bit. So for this one, I got 7 statements that are either a fact or a fiction. Lan will be going first on all of these ones because apparently Frank has seen this one.
I have.
I have.
I was doing my Mickey Mouse.
First up, fact or fiction. Ray Allen was Spike Lee's first choice to play Jesus Shuttlesworth. Lan.
Fiction.
Frank.
I do believe that is fiction. I think you wanted Allen Iverson, right?
I think you wanted Marbury.
That is fiction. Spike Lee actually wanted Kobe Bryant
There you go.
to play Jesus Shuttlesworth. Kobe was interested, but he turned it down to focus on the NBA playoffs that year and because he wanted to prove himself on the court before Hollywood. Spike eventually cast Ray Allen, who had 0 acting experience but brought natural charisma and authenticity to the role.
Look at those white
Denzel
foam
Washington.
posits. Oh my
Let's
God.
say helps when Denzel Washington is co-starring with you.
It will
movies.
certainly lift up anybody's performance, right?
Yeah.
Next up, fact or fiction, the one-on-one scene at the end between Jake and Jesus was completely choreographed. Lan.
Fact.
Frank.
Man, I could see it going either way. I'd say fact, just they would need a little bit to be choreographed, but I could also see it being just completely off script. But I'm going to go fact.
No, it is fiction. The final basketball showdown between Denzel Washington and Ray Allen was partially unscripted. Spike told them to play up to, for real, up to 11 points. Ray Allen did not hold back, and Denzel actually scored a few points against him legit.
Nice.
The scene captures their real competitiveness and emotion, making it one of the most authentic moments in the film.
Authenticate.
Authenticate. Next up, fact or fiction, Jesus Shuttlesworth became a real nickname for Ray Allen in the NBA. Lan.
Fact.
Frank.
Yeah, that's fact.
Yeah. That is fact. After the film's
Who's
release.
that in the back of the picture?
Is that Greg Robinson? Big dog?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, sorry.
After the film's release, fans and even teammates started calling Ray Allen Jesus, and the nickname stuck for the rest of his career. Even announcers and reporters would occasionally reference it during games. It's one of the rare cases where a movie role became a legit part of an athlete's identity.
Two things. Look at the deer behind Ray Allen. Is that not freaky? The giant like
up here. Holy crap. Jesus. Yeah.
Like didn't they when like that one time they allowed the NBA players to wear their nicknames on their back? Didn't he wear Jesus or Shuttlesworth on the back of his jersey?
Are you confusing the NBA with Rock and Jock?
No,
The
the
XFL.
NBA I'm pretty sure at one point allowed them like one game to where they could like they were doing like alternate jerseys and they allowed them to wear like something with their nickname on the back. I thought like around 08 or 09. I could be wrong, but I swear I thought that happened. Or maybe it was later on.
I thought that they did that in baseball.
I thought the NBA did it first and then maybe baseball did it. I remember the NBA doing it. I remember that.
It says here they have done it on a rare occasion. It looks like they did it January 10th, 2014, where the NBA allowed members of the Nets and the Heat to wear the nicknames on their jerseys.
There you
That's
go.
kinda cool.
So you had...
They should do that all the time.
So LeBron had King James. Paul Pierce had... Remember his nickname?
Stabbed in the eye?
No.
Oh.
Truth.
I remember what it is.
He had Truth. And actually, if you want to go all the way back to Pete Maravich, he actually wore Pistol
Pistol, yeah.
while playing for the Jazz and the Hawks. Pete Maravich, by the way, underrated somehow.
How about that for a throwback jersey to wear around, man?
We used to sell those. in the store.
Who did we have here? Oh, yeah, so that would be... So Dwayne Wade had D. Wade on his. Kevin Garnett had Big Ticket on his jersey. Where were we? Next up. Fact or fiction? Denzel Washington trained for 3 months to make his basketball scenes look believable. Lan.
I mean, he's a professional actor. Fact.
Frank.
I could see this going both ways as well. I'm going to go fact, though.
Yeah, you both get the point. That is a fact. Denzel, who had played a little basketball in high school, spent months working out and practicing to make sure he looked legit on the court. He was determined not to get embarrassed by Ray Allen and wanted his basketball movements to feel natural, not stiff or obviously staged. The result? Not bad for someone playing opposite an NBA star. Especially with that glorious hair of his.
Yeah.
So this will also kind of beg the question. What is some of the most believable sports performances from a non-athlete actor?
From a non-athlete actor.
Because some of the performances you always hear about, Kevin Costner in baseball.
Yeah, I was going to say Kevin Costner would be one of them.
People always say that he's got just like a really natural swing. You know, he's in Bull Durham, Field of Dreams. You also have Sylvester Stallone as Rocky.
Rocky.
Apparently think that looks believable, even though he's like 4'5". Robert De Niro in Raging Bull.
Mm-hmm.
And another one that I looked up, Dennis Quaid in The Rookie.
There you go.
I hadn't
In The
actually
Rookie,
seen
the
it.
Disney movie?
I guess.
Yep.
I guess he looked,
Disney movie.
I guess he looked pretty good. I do love getting all those the reels on Instagram where it shows like the old Disney girls basketball movie where the girl's just going
Oh, yeah.
like this, back and forth.
You the MJ shimmy?
Oh God! And then the defenders all, and they're like, shoot it! Jesus.
What about Jamie Foxx in...
Ray? He could play the piano blind.
Yeah. Hey, wasn't Jamie Foxx a quarterback
Any Given Sunday.
Oh, Any Given Sunday. Was that believable? I can't remember.
I don't know. I've never seen the movie.
Let us know in the comments if you have some other actors turned athletes for movies. Next up. Fact or fiction? Rosario Dawson's character was based on a real person from Ray Allen's life. Lan.
Fiction.
Frank.
Was that fact or fiction?
I heard an eon at the end, so I'm giving him fiction.
It's fiction. I said fiction.
Yeah, I'll go fiction too. I don't know if he would be able to tell Spike what to do in his movie.
You are both correct. It is fiction. While her character, Lala, feels realistic, she wasn't directly based on someone from Ray's life, but she was meant to represent a composite of people in the lives of rising basketball stars. Her role shows how outside pressure and manipulation, I got a thought in my head right now that I got to tell you about when I get through this. Her role shows how outside pressure and manipulation can influence young athletes, and during recruitment, Rosario Dawson has said the character was one of her most intense early roles, and this only makes me think of Russell Wilson with his girlfriend at the time when he got drafted. Have you seen that picture?
Yeah. And she's all...
I thought you were going to go with Clerks too.
Wait, ass to mouth?
Or something from there, yeah, with her being in that movie. And no spoilers, but she gets killed off in the third one.
Oh.
Who?
Rosario Dawson, she didn't really want to, I think, come back for the third one, so they had to basically write her character off, and she dies of cancer off screen or something, but comes back as a ghost from time to time. Right. Spoilers.
No shit.
Crappy movie. Sorry.
The third one? What about the second one? Did you like the second one?
Until they did the donkey show.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
I was in the theater and I was with my girlfriend, and even she was like, if we want to leave, we can just go.
I remember.
I don't remember the donkey show part.
With the guy,
it was Kelly and his something, right?
Kelly and the stud or something like that. And everyone thought that the stud was the donkey and that the horse,
the stud was the guy. Kelly was the donkey.
Yeah, and then when the guy comes out and they're like, "Where's Kelly?" and he's like, "She's right here," and smacks the donkey, and the guy puts on the gimp suit or whatever, and they're like, "What the?"
Yeah, that's a picture.
Look at that face.
And see ya for Ciara.
God, I hate to be a prisoner of the time, but she looks like crazy as back nuts right there.
Oh, best actor performance as an athlete, by the way, Woody Harrelson in Kingpin.
Oh, not Bill Murray?
Not, they're both good, but Woody Harrelson had the ball with a rubber hand.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, next up, fact or fiction. Most of the recruiters and college coaches in the film were played by real NCAA coaches. Lan.
A fact?
Frank?
Yeah, it's faked.
Yeah, y'all both get the point. Spike Lee wanted the recruitment scenes to feel real, so many of the people trying to sway Jesus were played by actual coaches and insiders, including George Karl, Rick Pitino, John Thompson, and Dean Smith. Even the campus tour scenes were filmed at real universities, including North Carolina and on Coney Island. It added authenticity to how intense and shady the college recruiting world can be.
You know, he's one of the
like Robin Williams.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
well, he's one of the reasons they invented the shot clock. Because
Smith?
he would, yeah, because he with his team. Well, I should say in college, because I don't know if it was already in the pros, but he'd have this thing when his team would get a comfortable lead, like a 10-point lead, they would just go down to the other end of the court and just pass the ball, and it would just be them just passing the ball back and forth with no time clock. They just run the clock out of just sitting there passing the ball back and around.
Frank, random fact, give you an extra point for that one there, buddy. It says here that Smith's teams executed the four corners so effectively that in 1985, the NCAA instituted a shot clock to speed up play and minimize ball control offense. I remember that because when we were in high school, they didn't have a shot clock.
Yep.
And so if they brought in like a hardcore like AAU team or something to take on one of the state of Oregon's top schools, well, we were throwing 5 white guys out there. They weren't going to do that much. So, because I think I specifically remember, I think it was West Lynn who was supposed to be considered really good.
Really good, yeah.
And so they brought in this, there's this like AAU team from somewhere that was ballers, dude. And they kept it close. And everybody's like, oh, wow, they kept it close. Well, yeah, because all they did was just pass the ball around. There was no shot clock. They just didn't give them a chance to get the ball, which, cool, that works for you, but grow some balls.
Yeah, there was a girls' high school team in the 90s that did that around here, and it caused a lot of friction because they would get like 5-point lead and just play 4 corners.
Fact or fiction, He Got Game was originally written as a story about a baseball player. Lan.
Fiction.
Frank.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fiction.
Yeah, that's big old fat fiction right there. Spike Lee wrote the story specifically for basketball, which he considered the most culturally and emotionally charged sport in the black community. The father-son dynamic, the street ball roots, and the college recruiting frenzy were all elements that wouldn't hit the same with any other sport. Plus, Spike is obviously a diehard basketball fan, Knicks super fan, so it was always going to be about hoops.